What is up, guys? It's your boy, Rick. A million deaths are not enough for Master Rahul. Kackis here, and today we've got some brand spankin' new Destiny 2 news, courtesy of the Bungie weekly update that has just gone live, unveiling official information. And so, let's get started. Now, the biggest thing to happen in-game this week was the launch of Grandmaster Nightfalls, and the Hallowed Lair Strike was featured for the first time ever, because actually, prior to this season, we didn't have champions for the Scorn. A lot of people are calling this a really hard Grandmaster, but I truthfully didn't find it that bad. I found it significantly easier than things like Proving Grounds and Glassway, and I've done a full Grandmaster guide going over a bunch of recommended loadouts and tips. Definitely check that out if you're having trouble. But moving on from there, something else happened outside the TWAB that's extremely important. Bungie finally talked about the launch of the Witch Queen and how it would affect the Destiny Content Vault. Now, this is something introduced with Beyond Light, where we lost a bunch of different planets. Planets like Titan went into the Destiny Content Vault, and perhaps they're going to come back out at some point, but they are removed from the game. Now, the reason Bungie is doing this, according to Bungie, is because if you just kept introducing content upon content upon content, things get too complicated and it limits their ability to add new things. If they want to add a cool new mission that has a cool, interesting mechanic, adding that mechanic breaks 40 other things that no one really plays in the game. At least that's the reasoning according to them. So of course everyone was talking about when the Witch Queen launches, what is going to get vaulted? Well, it turns out the Tangled Shore is going away. Now, of course, this being a part of the Forsaken expansion, that does leave a lot of questions. Thankfully, Bungie did answer some. The most obvious one being, well, what happens to the Forsaken DLC campaign? A lot of it takes place in the Tangled Shore. Well, it's just gonna go away. Firstly, though, to celebrate the fact that it is going away, it's actually going to be free from December 7th, 2021 until the launch of the Witch Queen in February 2022. So if you haven't bought the Forsaken DLC and you want to experience that narrative, go and hunt the Barons, avenge Cade, you're going to be able to do that again for free starting December 7th. So that is kind of good news. But of course, once it goes away, that Forsaken DLC is going to be pretty limited. So they also say, beginning on December 7th, the Forsaken pack will be available for purchase, and it will include access to Last Wish and the Shattered Throne dungeon, as well as access to all of the Forsaken exotics. The Forsaken pack will also include 3 Forsaken ciphers that can be used to instantly unlock your choice of Forsaken exotics, not including the raid and dungeon exotics, so not the 1k voices, via the exotic kiosk in the tower. Everyone who previously purchased Forsaken will automatically own the new Forsaken pack, and they will also receive those 3 Forsaken ciphers directly in their inventory, and if you already own every Forsaken exotic, those ciphers will be converted to Ascendant shards. And you may have been able to guess by me reading that, but if the Last Wish raid and the Shattered Throne dungeon are available, the Tangled Shore is going away, but the Dreaming City as a location is actually staying. Now, something else you may be curious about is the main reason people go to the Tangled Shore. What's happening to the Spider and his currency exchange? Well, Bungie says the function will be taken over by Master Rahul in the tower when the Tangled Shore is vaulted. Additionally, the Tangled Shore as a location is actually not the only thing being vaulted. No more big locations. However, Year 4 seasonal content, including the Presage and Harbinger exotic missions, are getting vaulted as well. And Bungie says we understand the unique value of these definitively Destiny experiences and are investigating ways to reprise and create new exciting exotic special missions within Destiny 2 for the future. So absolutely, if you haven't gotten the Hawkmoon or the Dead Man's Tale, now is absolutely the time to do so, and of course I've done guides on how to get both of them, because Bungie says there will be an alternate way to acquire these. Perhaps they will move to the exotic kiosk, but we don't know when. It may be a few seasons until they appear there, and we also don't know how much they're going to cost resource-wise, so might as well just try to do the missions that absolutely guarantee they drop. However, one piece of Year 4 content is staying, and it's Battlegrounds. So actually, those will be combined with strikes in a new Vanguard Operations playlist that will be free for all players. In addition, the Warden of Nothing strike will remain in the game and available for everyone for free. So that's kind of neat, actually. Battlegrounds basically feel like strikes for the most part, so they're just going to be essentially rolled into one big Vanguard strike / Battlegrounds playlist, which is pretty darn sweet. Alright, but moving on from there, we have new information within the TWAB. And the most important piece of information revealed within, by far, is that we finally have the official start date of the Festival of the Lost 2021 Halloween event for Destiny 2. So that's actually gonna start next reset on October 12th, so that's coming up pretty darn fast here. But Bungie was surprisingly secretive with this event. In fact, the real only piece of information they revealed about it was that start date and that they're introducing the Calavera Ghost Shell, as you can see right here. Now, this is themed after the Mexican Day of the Dead holiday and celebration. In fact, they worked with the artist Luis Yepes, and there's a big interview with him about, creating this and the concept behind it, which is pretty darn cool. Of course, you can check that out. The TWAB is linked in the description of this video, but that's really all they revealed. We don't know much more about this year's event. However, in the kind of bare bones community calendar they put out, it does mention haunted sectors, like potentially haunted lost sectors that you're going into. But again, we have no more information from that other than the fact that Bungie actually says, check back on Tuesday for an awesome trailer before the event goes live. So I guess we're going to find out how this event works like the day it actually launches, which is pretty darn crazy. Moving on from there, we're also getting a patch, update 3.3.1, launching alongside Festival of the Lost. And here is some of the changes that are coming. Firstly, for Grandmaster Nightfalls, they increased the drop chance for an Adept Nightfall weapon from a Platinum Grandmaster to 100%. They say while this will not guarantee the perfect perk combination every drop, players can now expect to receive an Adept reward when overcoming the challenge of a Grandmaster, even on the hardest of weeks. That is a fantastic change, so as long as you get Platinum, you are getting 100%, you are getting an Adept weapon. Also, for the Corrupted, they actually kind of did some changes there. They reduced the knockback from the activity modifier from 40% to plus 20% because it was pretty insane during the Grandmaster. So definitely the Corrupted is one of the hardest Grandmasters out there, so it is actually going to be a little bit easier this time around, as you can see by some of these changes. And so guys, that is it for the main pieces of information contained within. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, found it informative, and if you did, please remember to help me out by simply rating and especially sharing this video. If you guys want to see more Destiny 2 content similar to this, don't be afraid to slap that subscribe button. If you want to get in touch with me and keep up to date with the latest channel activity, the best way is to follow me on Twitter at RickKackis. That is linked in the description down below. Again, I hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, have a good day.